Hello.
Dr. Rajan, we can't hear you.
No sound.
No sound.
We can't hear you.
Dr. Rajan, we cannot hear you.
Okay, I'm not going to keep two systems because it's creating a problem. So we'll just do with one system here, right? So, easy enough. So, we had two systems here and they were creating confusion. Okay, so, let me give you my pockets. Sorry for the delay, you can turn it off. You can turn it off. So the usual disclaimer, when you attend this session, you understand you're responsible for your own well-being. Life in Yoga and I don't take any responsibility towards the outcome of your participation here. So with that understanding, we can begin. We go on to the chakra vibrations, and sorry for the delay today, we are a few minutes off. But today being Sunday, At the end of the session, we have the extra half hour for discussion. So we'll finish at 6:30 Central Time. That is 7:30 Eastern Time. Most of the people are from the East Coast over there. So here we have about 10-20 people over here who are attending live. So let's begin with the chakra vibrations. Bring your awareness to the perineum, and as we squeeze at the perineum, pressing on the little finger, we do LUM. So keep repeating it multiple times till we end. So take a deep breath in. LUM.
Long.
Release the fingers, continue. LUM.
Long.
LUM.
Long.
Now, bring the awareness an inch or so above the perineum, behind the pubic area. Focusing there as you draw in, we do VUM, pressing on the ring finger with the thumb. VUM. Release the finger, continue. Now bring the awareness behind the navel, in the middle of the body. As we draw in at the navel, we do RUM, pressing on the middle finger of the thumb. RUM. Release the fingers, continue. Now bring the awareness to the middle of the chest, in between the breasts, and here we do YUM, pressing on the index finger with the thumb. YUM. Yum.
Yum.
Release the fingers, continue. Now bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do hum, thumbs up, loose fist. Release the hand, continue. Middle of the head, we do chum. The middle of the head is in, if you take your fingers to the edge of the eyes and slide it till it hits the ear, the two fingers are pointing to the middle of the head. That's where you want to point, right behind the bridge of the nose, right? So there we do chum, thumbs up, loose fist. Chum, chum. Chum, chum. Chum, chum. Chum, chum, chum. Release the hand, continue. Now, bring your awareness to the top of the head, and there we do Om, again thumbs up, loose fist. Release the hand, continue. Last time. Now we go on to Ujjayi Pranayama, the happy face breathing. And those of you who know this practice, please proceed. Keep the palms open, thumbs up. And those of you who need instructions, I'll say that in a moment. So, for those of you who are new to this, you want to stretch the throat as much as possible. You don't need to keep the fingers there. Essentially, it's the vocal cords that are stretching. Okay? So, to make it stretch slightly without feeling discomfort, right? Yoga should be done with ease, without any strain or stress in the system. So, if you make a big smile with the cheeks coming out, you'll find a slight stretch in the bottommost part. You can feel it? Yeah. So, focusing on that stretch, inhale and exhale in slow, deep breaths. And how slow and how does it flow? I can demonstrate. Watch. That was inhalation. Exhalation. It feels slightly resisted breathing, right?
So you smile and do it.
Those who are attendees, if you want to become panelists, you can join in. I've sent the invitation. So continue. Now, as we continue this practice, for those of you who are new, you just do the practice as you're doing. Okay? Continue.
You should do better. For you, it's not working. Dr. Gopal, what is your name?
Anil.
Anil. Okay. You need to do it. For you, it's not working. Okay, and it is, for you also, it is not working. Okay? So, what you need to do is just focus on slight sucking sensation. Yes,
That's a little better. Chin slightly down. Yes. Yeah, yours is also continue. As you continue doing, we will do the shoulder rotations. Inhale, lift up the shoulders as you inhale, and exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. For those of you who are new to this, to combine both may be difficult, in which case don't do it. If it's comfortable, please do. Some people may find it easier because inhaling, lifting up the shoulder. Exhaling, rotating back, bring it down. Your breathing is too slow. Actually too fast. So watch me. Inhale. Exhale. That's how long exhale. Do it in your own pace. Exhalation will be slightly longer than inhalation. Last shoulder rotation. Now bring the hands together. As you inhale in Ujjayi, lift up the hands and stretch up. And exhale, bring the hands by the side and chin down. आप यहाँ बैठिए and look that way. It will be more easier for you. Yeah, that way your hands will be. Bravo, Ritu. You couldn't do that before. This breathing is anti-inflammatory. When you inhale up, look up. When you exhale, chin down. Last exhalation. Now we are going to do something else with Ujjayi. So when you're ready, Ritu, we will do. Yeah. Close your fist, downward facing fist, bend, bring it into the chest like this. As you inhale in Ujjayi, you open out, making it this way, perpendicular to the forearm, chin up and stretch back. And as you exhale, bring in the fist, downward facing fist, chin down and come down. Right? So inhale. If you do this, Ritu, you don't need your physiotherapist anymore. Anil, open out the palms when you stretch. Not that way, perpendicular to the forearm. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now, we'll go on to the neck exercises. As you exhale, gently tilt your head, bringing one ear towards one shoulder. Inhale, come back. Exhale, tilt towards the other shoulder. Inhale, come back. Continue. Last exhalation. Inhale, come back. Now we are going to turn the head in 4 different directions, and along with that we'll turn the spine also. So right, left and back. As we turn, we will do the sound ah. Chin down, we will do the humming sound, that kind of sound. So when we turn to each side, we'll do 3 rounds. First round we will do 3 times, second round twice, third round once. Okay? So take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, turn. Second time. Third time, stretch even more. To the left. To the back. Second time. Third time. Chin to the chest. Now we straighten the head, and now again turn to the right. We do twice this time, each side, right? Turn to the right. To the left. To the back. Chin to the chest. Third round, once in each direction, to the right. To the left. To the back. Chin to the chest. Now, Straighten the head, and we will do Ah or Om 3 times, whichever people feel better. You may feel better with Ah, focus on the head. And what is her name? Preeti? Riddhi? Okay. You may also want to do Ah, focus on the head. The rest of you do Om on the top of the head. Okay? Take a deep breath in. Now bring the chin down to the chest, and as you inhale, make half a circle, and exhale, complete the circle and go around the neck. Last circle, inhale half a circle, and exhale, complete the circle, and then we go in the reverse direction. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now there are so many of you here who are doing it new for the first time. But with that sound of Ah, do you see how much loosened the body has become? That's the power and sound of vibration. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm
So you don't need physiotherapy anymore. Just join our yoga session every day at 4:30 in the evening your time.
I might well do that.
That's it. You don't need physiotherapy. Okay. So now let's continue. We go on to our hand exercises. Stretch it out in front of you. Inhale, lift up the palm and stretch out the fingers. Exhale, thumb inside the palm and a downward facing fist. Inhale up and stretch. Exhale down. Last inhalation and last exhalation, and we go around the wrist. Inhale half a circle and exhale, complete the circle and continue.
Rajan, I cannot do like this. Is it okay? I can do like this.
That's fine.
But it cannot.
That's all. So your name is Lilita Prehan? No. Shanta?
Sharda.
Sharda Mahendrata. Right. Okay. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Elbows in line with the shoulders, fist below the chin. Inhale, go around the wrist, open out the palms, and exhale, close the fist and come in again. Shardhaji, see, when you open out, you want the palms perpendicular to the forearm like this and then come down. You're being a little more gentler, you should do it a little more. You're doing fine, carry on. Very nice. What is your name?
Mira.
Meera. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now interlock the fingers and bring the knuckles behind the head. Not that way, turn around. Yeah, see, what it is here. See? Yeah. You see, if you keep it like this, you will tend to bend for this way. If you spread it out like this, it will stretch out better. It will be better for your shoulder too.
Yeah. Well, I can do it. I'm surprised all this.
So take a deep breath in, expand the chest, pull back the shoulders, and as you exhale, twist to one side, inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way, inhale, come back. Last exhalation, inhale, come back. Now, get hold of the elbows behind the head. This is the best challenge you have, okay? Exhale, pull on one elbow and tilt one way. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, pull the other way. Inhale, come back up. Then continue. What is that?
You can stand and do it.
No, this just keeps my back straight.
Last exhalation, pull and turn. Now bring your hands behind the back, get hold of the elbows. Another challenge for you. Right? Hold it wherever you can. Take a deep breath in, expand the chest, pull back the shoulders. As you exhale, twist to one side. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale, come back. And continue.
When we exhale, we come in the front, right?
No, when we inhale, we come to front. Exhale, twist. Last exhalation, inhale, come back. Now, bring your hands to your hips behind the back. And as you inhale, push on one hand and make a backward lunge. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, push on the other hand and make a backward lunge. Exhale, come forward.
Inhale going backwards or exhale?
Inhale, going backwards.
Inhale.
Yes. Exhale, come forward. This is the reverse of all others. Anil, if you like, you can stand up. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we can cross one leg over the other. So you have one ankle or, over the other opposite thigh or knee. Get hold of this knee. And as you exhale, pull the knee towards the opposite shoulder and turn the head the other way. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull and turn. Last exhalation, pull and turn. Inhale, release. Now we cross the other leg. Exhale, pull and turn. Did somebody leave their shoes outside and it's raining? I think that's why she went over there. Okay. So now, let's go on to standing up. If anybody doesn't have good balance, you can hold on to a chair or something. And what we are going to... Oh. It's raining badly out there. Okay. So, as you inhale, bend at the knees, exhale, come up. Inhale down, exhale up. Keep the body vertical, don't bend forward. Vertical, don't bend forward. That's enough. Observe the loosening of the ankles. I mean, don't lean forward, straight down, like you're sitting on a chair. Yes. Now, you can separate out the feet comfortably apart. And then, inhale and exhale, we go around the waist. Shift the weight from one leg to the other. Inhale, belly comes out, chest. Exhale, feel it going back. For some of us, we may have creaky bones, that's normal.
It's making a circle, right?
Yeah. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we go reverse. Feel the shift of the weight from one leg to the other. Last inhalation and last exhalation.
The
Now,
knees are not bent, it's straight, right? When you do
see,
this.
when you go like this, knees may bend a little,
Okay.
but that's not important.
Okay.
The main thing is the hips and this area, the lower spine that we are mobilizing. And of course, when you shift the weight from one leg to another, that too you're stimulating. Okay? So now we are going to do pelvic bend, and this has to be done slowly and carefully. If you have any balancing issue, you are better off seated on a chair. Okay? The rest of us, keep the feet comfortably apart, shoulder width or slightly more. Bring the hands behind the back, get hold of the elbows. Take a deep breath in, lift up the chin and pull back the shoulders, and stay there. Feel the stretch in the lower spine, the lumbar area, and even below. Inhale and exhale into the stretch you feel there. Take another deep breath in and come up. And as you exhale, lean forward. Keep the chin up. Don't let the chin drop. Keep the shoulder pulled back. Observe the stretch from the hips all the way down to the feet. Inhale and exhale into the stretch you feel. Chin up, shoulder pulled back. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, release your hands and bring it towards the floor. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, twist to the left and hold your left leg, or if you can stretch even further, you can go even further. Take another deep breath, and as you exhale, twist to the right. Feel the weight shift to the right leg and turn as much as you can. Hold the right leg, or if you can go even further, twist further. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, come to the middle, keep the chin up. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, drop the head and lift yourself up and come back all the way up. And then you can take your seat, and we will go on to the alternate nostril breathing. Begin inhalation from the left nostril and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right and exhale through the left. But there is a visualization attached to it. When you inhale through the left nostril, visualize like the awareness is moving to the other side and curving and going and lodging right at the hairline in the middle of the forehead. And as you exhale through the other nostril, feel like a mirror motion coming out and exhaling out. Inhale from this nostril, bring it up here, exhale, visualize. So combine the visualization with the breath. Continue. Now, we can go on to visualizing right now chest. Visualize that the chest is vibrating. Haim, 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 haim. This increases the blood circulation, the chest area, and it helps all the arteries and all of that, opening it up. So just focusing here, mentally visualize haim, 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 haim. Mentally, you don't say it, right? Continue. After a minute or so, you can make it haim nam, haim nam. Close your eyes. Haim, haim, haim. Now you can make it haim nam, haim nam, haim nam. Mentally. Some of you may feel the vibration more in your peripheries, your palms and your feet when you do haim nam. Anybody feel that? Yeah. Now we are ready for our regular Bhastrika Pranayama. So we will begin with exhalation. In Bhastrika, the visualization of the exhalation is you feel like the sternum is being pulled in and all the air, there is awareness rising above and coming out of the head. Inhale, you feel like the sternum is being pulled out, the belly expands, chest expands, shoulder pulled back. That's the visualization. The hand movement is optional. Okay? So most people find it convenient to keep the hands by the side. When you exhale, close the fist and come down. And when you inhale, you stretch back. Don't go too much high like that, then the shoulder will start paining. The goal is only to expand the chest and pull back the shoulders, right? So that's it. So let's begin with exhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2, inhale. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Now, interlock your hands, keep it at the waist, and we will do what is called the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. That is the Ujjayi Pranayama you did, focused on stretching the throat with a happy face. You do that inhalation, and as you inhale, bring up the hands right at the chest, shoulder level, and bring the chin down to the chest and hold the breath. And when you're ready to exhale after holding as long as is comfortable for you, you exhale in between the teeth and lower the hands. Right? All your thyroid problems will go. Okay? And then after that we do the Bhramari. The Bhramari is humming. So we close the ears with the thumb. That is the principal element. And of course, you want to close all the eyes and all of that. Second one is you place the ring finger right in the middle of your nostrils. If you press over there, you'll find the bony part is somewhere coming in the middle and then the soft part. Don't press on the soft part, then the nostrils will close, exhalation won't happen. Go up to the bony part and press slightly over there. The middle finger comes right at the top of the eye socket with the finger lightly over your eyelids, the index finger over your eyebrows, and the little finger below your nostrils, right? Covering up over the lips. So that's the primary we'll do as we are humming, we hold that, right? So let's begin with the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. Take a deep breath in. Chinda. Brahman. Let's go on to the next round of Bhastrika. Get ready, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Interlock your hands for the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. Take a deep breath in. Brahmari. Now we will do a last round of Bhastrika, but we will do only 10 breaths, 10 to 15 breaths. And then we'll go on to meditation. Let's get ready. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. Last 14. Exhale. This is the last one, and now we don't need to do the Kumbhaka, just do Brahmari once and then we go into meditation. Now mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. But you should have backrest when you do meditation to be easier, because the body needs to be fully relaxed, right? So mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. Keep the palms open, or like this, whatever is comfortable, but open the palm, right? Again, mentally let go, tell yourself, I let go of everything, I let go of everything, I let go of everything. As you mentally let go of everything, feel the shoulders become lighter, perhaps the whole body. If you have a personal mantra or a personal way of meditation, you can do it. Otherwise, bring your awareness behind the lowermost part of the sternum and visualize a rising vibration going through you and out of the top of the head. And that rising vibration feels like 3 syllables. Haim Em Om, Haim Em Om, Haim Em Om. Keep visualizing it, and we will have Om playing in the background. Visualize a rising vibration. Haim Em Om, Haim Em Om, from the xiphoid process going up to the top of the head. Mentally affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. Become aware of the senses from the top of the head all the way to the bottom of the feet. The senses given to us to fulfill the purpose for which we are born. Observe the senses, and whenever you are ready to open your eyes, raise the palm of your hands and look straight into the palm of your hands. With that, we end the practice session today, but today being Sunday, we have a half hour of discussion time. So, if you have any questions or if you would like to talk about anything, that's an option. Now, you have to share with us how you felt. Actually, I'm going to share with you all. We have about 15 people over here. So all of you can see, all the people who are over here. I'll put this up here. So that way.
You can disconnect.
No, it's simple enough. Let that be there. I don't need to disconnect. All I'm going to do is put this into this. And then this goes on the top of that. Okay, so you can see all the people who are here in the room. So if you have any questions, if you have anything, we can talk.
Namaste, everybody.
So you tell us your experience.
Well, look at this. I can do this. That's just amazing. Like good. And
Is Snigdha Sharma over there?
there was so much stuff in my hand. I was just going through here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those of you who are on the attendee list, if you want to join the panelists, I'm sending an invitation again so that if you want to be part of the conversation, you're welcome to join. Okay. So you can tell your name.
Namaskaram. I am Ritu. And I came to know about Dr. Saab for the first time actually last week at the RS Maj temple. They announced that there will be a session about yoga and the health benefits, but I didn't knew that this is just another level of healing. It's a spiritual healing, and how this instrument is just like, and I'm like a living proof right now because I had some shoulder issue. I'm a physician by occupation, and we call this as a frozen shoulder. And I am humbled to see the results that, I had like at least 50, I would say now by the end of after the yoga session also, it's like around 50 to 60% improvement in what my shoulder stiffness and discomfort was. So thank you so much.
Anybody, any questions from our end? If any of you would like to ask anything, please unmute yourself and speak up. I see that some people have put things on the chat box here. So, okay. If you have any questions, please unmute and speak up. Or any suggestions for discussion? You see, what we did today over here was, I think you can see the box over here. Yes, you can. This is the box where if you put your DNA in, we are able to connect and heal, right? And so Dr. Ritu Gotwa, right? She had the experience of how this healed her shoulder, at least substantially. And when she started, we have the pictures her husband has taken, and maybe you can forward the picture to me. And if we have your permission, we can actually load it as testimony in our website. Is that okay? Okay. And so for her, when she lifted up her hand first time, it wouldn't go all the way. The right hand went up, the left hand was like this. Now she can stretch up. There you go, you can see how she can stretch up. And and it wouldn't come to the back, and she's able to now hold the hands.
It's
So-
actually going for me also.
Yeah.
So look at this.
Yeah,
It
the
was-
hand wouldn't even come
My
there.
hand.
It would only barely go there. Now she can take it all
And
the way.
this is without pain.
Yes,
Like I could stretch. This is like there's no pain.
no pain. Very nice.
Dr. Rajan, could you please increase the light in the room?
Okay, actually we should turn off the light in the back and put the light in the front.
Thank you.
The kitchen light, if we can turn off, it will be good.
This is much better. Thank you.
Doctor, how long was her treatment that you did on her with that machine?
Oh, well, how long? 5 minutes, 15 minutes?
5 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes, something like that, 10 minutes, something like that.
What town is that?
Huh?
Where are you, Dr. Rajan, now?
We are in Houston here.
Oh, still you are Houston. Mhm.
So on Wednesday, I'll be back to Tampa.
Okay. Mhm.
So any other questions?
What is,
By the
what is the name of the box?
it is called, it's written on it is Quantum Meta Black Box. Okay? So
Dr.
any,
Rajan, we enjoyed your presentation this morning. Thank you.
oh, thank you. How many of you here were able to attend from other places? Oh, very nice. Thank you. Now,
Rajan, I tried, but I could not.
well, there's a recording. So, that recording will be made available, I guess, in the next day or so. I'll get it for you.
Thank
Now,
you.
yeah, and I have a question here. If, anybody planning to come to the retreat? Here from this thing?
the details.
What?
We don't have the details.
You don't have the details, okay. I can share it on the screen here, but the people there already know it. So I'll verbalize it, it's easier to understand. Annually, we do a 1 week retreat, actually 8-day retreat, like Saturday to next week Sunday, so 8 days retreat. And this we do in Florida, and we have kept it as the month of March because it's in an area that is close to Orlando. And that area, before March, we like to do it outdoors. It's a 160-acre facility with about 60,000 square foot of built-in space. And it's called the Pine Lake Retreat Center. And the way it is built is, you have there are these long, they call it as chalets, where it looks almost like a mobile home from outside, except there is deck and all of that outside. And in the two ends, there are two bedrooms and attached bathrooms. And in the middle, you have a living room, kitchen, and all of that. And like this, there are 15 of these. So we have booked all the 30 rooms over there. So the rooms are pretty small, in the sense they are not very big. They are like 10 foot by 10 foot with a queen size bed in there. So 2 people can stay there. And all the food service, everything is taken. And we have programs that start from morning at like 7, and it goes all the way to the evening at 9. And the kind of program we do in the morning is, first there is practice, then after that there is breakfast, and then there is discussion time. And in the discussion, we bring yoga philosophy discussion. In this retreat, we have kept 4 items for 4 philosophical elements for discussion. And one is the Yoga Sutras, the second is the Sankhya Sutras, then there is this thing called Narayana Suttam from the Vedas that comes, and was there the Purusha Suttam, many of these things which we discuss. There is no point going line by line, because then in which case it can become boring and too lengthy. So we summarize it, and that becomes the philosophical discussion aspect. Then after that, we may do some short practice before lunch. Then after lunch, we take a break. Lunch is usually between 12:30 and 1:30. And then we take a break till 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, we come back. Then we do health-related discussion. So each day it's a different health topic, this thing. And then about 4 in the afternoon, 4:30 Eastern time. Okay, we do what is called dance yoga. So the dance yoga is a very powerful technique, and it requires a little bit. When we have 1 week time, we can build it one day at a time, and then after that it is dinner. And then after dinner, people like to have a gathering like this and have a conversation. So that's how it is built. And all of these are taken care. It is the food there is prepared by Hare Krishna people. So it is all vegetarian, no onion, no garlic, that kind of food. So that is the
And the fee?
The fee, we'll have to look up the website. I think the fee will work out like, if two people are sharing the room, it is, a little less per person. But otherwise, it roughly works out to like maybe $150 a day or something like that. Okay. So if you look at the website, that's approximately I gave you the. What is that? Somebody was going to say something? Okay, somebody is having a background conversation there. We don't know who that is. Okay. Any other questions, thoughts from anyone? Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Please, I'm going to mute everyone because there is somebody who is creating background noise. So you're all muted, but you can always unmute yourself to speak up. Okay? Anybody have? So yes, the thing is, as part of the session there, those people who want therapy and healing, if you go to the website lifeinyoga.org, you will find it. Actually, I can show you right over here. I'll share the screen so everybody can see. Again, if you. Okay, yes, actually, Saraswati has asked the question whether she can do with this machine. She's apparently having shoulder issue with physiotherapy. Of course you can. So talk to Avni. Avni has the machine over there and she can work with you to take care of it, okay?
Wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Rajan.
Yeah, talk to Avni. Okay, next is for... I'm going to share the screen so you can look at what the website looks like. Okay. So if you go to lifeinyoga.org, so I'll just press life.org, lifeinyoga.org. So here you see the website, and if you scroll down slowly, you'll see upcoming events, and there today's event is there right on the top, which of course probably at night we'll have to remove it. It's done, or maybe we can put the link over there. Then we have the Atlanta one on February 4th, then is the yoga retreat, March 18th to 26th. If I click on the retreat, you can see it is giving all the details of what is in there, the activities, the topics and all of that, right? And after that activities, topics, there is a schedule of the time of day, what is done, and it gives the this thing. Actually it says per day is $165 per person if they want to take it individually, whereas otherwise it is $1,305 for the 8 days or 9 days. Okay, and then this is what the retreat looks like. There are pictures over there of what it's looking like and all of that, how we have had, so where it is located, so you have all that information over there. Okay, and the other thing of course is you'll find the daily online yoga details. We have one in the morning as well as one in the evening. The morning session is 6 o'clock your time, Central Standard Time. The evening is 4:30. Morning is more mat-based yoga. Evening is more a chair-based gentle yoga, what we did. The practice we do here in the evening, technically it is called Prana Kriya. You see, there is the Hatha Yoga system, there is the Tantra Yoga system, and the Bhakti Yoga system. This is the Tantra Yoga system we do because what it is much easier for people, particularly people who may have disabilities and things, and it is very effective. In fact, what happens is, the Snigdha Sharma is over here. No, she's gone. Okay. Snigdha Sharma was mentioning that she goes to a physiotherapy for something, but she finds the yoga, the attending is more beneficial than going to physiotherapy. So I asked her a question. When you do work with the physiotherapy, do you also do the rhythmic breathing along with it? She said, no, the person doesn't tell her to do that. So I told her, do the rhythmic breathing. If you do rhythmic breathing, it increases the power. Now, if you do along with that vibration, sound or anything, the right sound, of course, wrong sound will have no effect or can have negative effect. That is it has bigger impact. Actually, as we are doing this, if you like, you can put it on the TV. You can turn on the TV and this will go right over there. Oh, actually, I'll have to switch the computer because this has a Thunderbolt connection. No, never mind, leave it there, that way. Each connection is different. This is USB-C and that is Thunderbolt.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't have HDMI.
Huh?
No HDMI.
Yeah, you see the connection on the computer, the HDMI is in there,
Right.
but the wire that you need, actually I have the Thunderbolt wire over here
But then it would be quite a bit to.
to go back and do it, so that's why, don't worry about it.
See, it has HDMI, and if you have HDMI, it's so simple,
Right.
But I have to move it in the back.
There is also, does it allow wireless connection?
I haven't-
Screen share?
Yeah, screen share.
Turn on your TV. If you turn on your TV and if we can put it on input mode, okay, and let's look at connection guide. And is anything called screen share or there's nothing called screen share? There is a game console PC, mobile device. Go to mobile device. And screen share, smart view. Select that, and so here we will do the screen share from here.
Wow, I didn't.
Okay, so devices, Bluetooth. If you do not see smart view in the panel, okay. So what is this called? The TV is called Samsung TV. So great. So add Bluetooth device, wireless display.
Retro.
Yeah, Samsung TV, I see it over there. And there it is connecting. Hopefully it will come through.
Yeah.
There you go. So wirelessly it is connected and we are in good shape. So, okay. So you can see my...
So we don't need all cable then?
Huh?
We didn't need any cable?
No cable. So any other questions from anyone?
Yeah, Dr. Rajan,
Yes.
I want to share my opinion about the retreat with everybody sitting there.
Yes.
I went last year and I'm going again this year. And I have been following Dr. Rajan's this program for last it will be 1 year this year or 2 years. Yes, 2 years. And I went to this retreat. You won't believe how much knowledge we accumulated. And we learned a lot, and it was like full of activity. We did not know even how our time, 9 days went by. And the food was so delicious. So we kind of encourage everyone to look into that and come join us. We became like a family over there, and everybody's going back again this year. So hopefully see you, some of you over there. It's beautiful. lot of knowledge, lot of learning. Dr. Rajan worked so hard on it to give us so much of this knowledge to us. It's amazing.
Thank you, Himaji. Actually, what happens is when you come into the retreat, you start feeling lighter and lighter each day. And by the time you're finished with the total of 8 days, you literally feel that you have kind of all the unwanted stuff from your thing is gone. And you really feel very, very nice. It's like a, what will you say, a detox effect it has if over the 8 days. The 8 days seems long, and it is long, and for people who have the discretion, it is very beneficial. But many people who are much younger, they say we want only a weekend retreat. So the weekend retreat is not as much beneficial as the 8 days that come together. So we have done it this way for now, and you know, it has to be different strokes for different folks. Next year we may have in addition to this 8 day which we did last year and we are doing now, we may have shorter ones for others. Actually, in California, they are doing a weekend retreat on March 11th and 12th. Any other questions?
I have a question. So when we use this particular machine, does it take care of all the things which were wrong, or it just specifically? So how does that?
Did everybody hear the question? Okay.
Because it does the complete scan, right?
Yeah.
So
the thing is, basically, it has the potential to take care of everything. I'll give you an example of what are the different applications of it. As I told you, we are new to it and we are still working to see the possibilities. One of the things we are thinking we may be able to do is, and this happened where we were working with somebody who had a heart transplant. And for this person, what happens is, for anybody who has an organ transplant, they are on an immunosuppressant for the rest of their life. So what happened was, they're usually given instructions, don't take any other medications or any other substance, because if they conflict with it, it will end up affecting it negatively. So this man started taking some, he had constipation. For 1 year he was doing very well, and he was on a certain dosage. He got some constipation, so he took some Ayurvedic stuff. And then what happened was, they have every month a blood test, and the immunosuppressant in the second month went to 0. They got very worried. So immediately he was admitted to the hospital. And they increased the dosage 2.5 times from what he was normally having. If immunosuppressants go too high, you can develop cancer. Okay, so what happened was, in this reading over here with this machine, we had been reading him constantly from September. He was doing very well, everything was fine. Suddenly in December, we found it shows he has cancer. So that he has a high probability of tending towards cancer. So what we did was, we told, I was very worried, because you don't want to tell these kinds of things to people. But then after doing the research, it was clear it is the immunosuppressant. I told him. And they reduced the immunosuppressant back to the former level after 8 days of 2.5 times the dosage. Okay? So it took another about 15 days. I was monitoring every day. After 15 days, the cancer disappeared, the potential. So it's basically indicating potential for cancer, right? It completely disappeared. When I saw that, I was thinking that people who have health concern, if we have their DNA like their hair or any sample, once a month we can do a reading for them and see what is the status of their health and give them a report, produce a report for them. So this way it becomes like you don't even have to go to a doctor, once a month you have a health analysis of yours coming, this thing, and it tells you what's the probability, and you can see what numbers are changing over a period of time. That's a potential, right? And the healing side we have already seen. And now, yesterday we had a very interesting example and case, and this told us a lot of things. And I think I said this example in Arya Samadhi, right? How and these people, some of you didn't hear. What happened was yesterday, there was somebody who came who has hearing loss. So we thought let's try to see whether we can help his hearing loss. Because when I was in Dallas, there was a person whose tinnitus got cured by doing this. So what we did was, we ended up by healing the ear, but the healing was very little, it didn't go through very much. He felt very slight difference. So the thing is, we had not done the matching against the database to see what happened. We went there and we find he has no hearing issues in the report that came. But the report said he had a problem with the throat, larynx. And people who understand medicine, and at least the traditional medicine folks, they look upon the ENT system connected with the Vishuddhi Chakra as part of the integrated system. So what we did was, we went to the larynx and healed it first. And after the larynx, when we went to the ear started healing. So you can see how these kind of things, where we can see where the heal, so we have to work with multiple elements.
So how did you heal the Vishuddhi Chakra?
Just over there?
With the machine?
With the machine?
Yeah. So,
so that means you so that means you can direct this to heal particular organ?
Absolutely.
yes.
You didn't look carefully enough.
Yeah.
We can go into not only organs, we can go into parts of organs, we can go into the cell level, we can go into the subcellular level, we can go into the molecular level, we can look at the ribosome inside, we can look at the chromosome. So you can see how much there is over there. We can heal each one.
Targeted.
Targeted.
Absolutely. But what happens is, it may be targeted, but we need to understand a person is not one organ or one system. They are the whole. So what happens is, when we go through, we have to understand the person in integrated way. And if you don't heal one, the other won't heal. Okay? Like for example, a popular thing that happens for people is, as people age, atherosclerosis is a very common issue. Right? For different people, it manifests different ways. For older people, it manifests as high blood pressure, and for it may be other cardiovascular issues can come up. And what happens is, it's interesting that the perfusion of the blood in the brain can also go down. That can result in other kinds of issues, right? So what happens is, when you have to heal for that, what do we have to do? We need to look at the endothelial cells. Then after looking at the endothelium, we have to even sometimes go, if there is not enough energy in the system, like we check the mitochondria. We look at the inner mitochondrial membrane to make sure they are all functioning well, because if there is no energy, nothing else is going to be. And then what we do is, we go up the ladder. The next element is, we go into the capillaries, then we go into the arteriole, then the arteria, then the main arteries. So you can see how far. And then what happens is, if you only focus on the arteries, if the circulation has gone bad and the veins and the lymphatic system are not flowing well, you need to work on that too. And then you have to look at how the nervous system is responding relative to that. If the nervous system is not responding equally, the whole system won't hang together. And the respiratory system you have to look at. So the cardiorespiratory and the nervous system, all of them have to be looked at when you deal with this issue. So typically in the aging process, if we have to heal, we find we have to heal somewhere between 100 to 150 elements of the system over there. So what we typically do is, first after scanning, for this 150 to heal 150 or so and we check, we typically end up scanning about 200 of the elements over there. So out of that we select like 100 to 120 to heal. When we do the scanning itself for the around 200, takes about 40 minutes, 1 hour or so. Then when we do the healing in an automated format for 120 or so, it takes between an hour, hour and a half. But it gives automated 5 healings that you saw, like we gave you, right? Then after that, we go to whichever ones needs additional healing, So you pick one at a time to give more healing like we did for you, right? So for people who have those kinds of issues, to complete the full healing on a single day can take up to 4 hours for us. Because in the cardiovascular issue, there are so many other places you
But
can-
it can heal in a single day.
the person can feel the difference. In the sense, we see the difference and the person will feel the difference. But that the feeling the difference will only last for like 6 hours or the day or something. But we need, in order for the change to occur, we need to do it for 6 weeks, continuously, every day. So that's a lot of time, you know. But when I say this, you need to first understand what this is doing. If you don't understand what this is doing, this is not like going into surgery and taking out all the stuff and we are clear. No, it's not that. What this is doing is, you see all those, the black, the brown, and you see all of those, this thing indicating how much of communication is happening. You want the yellow is the ideal, and the upward arrow is also okay, right? So, all this is saying is, that at the level of the fourth dimension, where you are over there, we are able to establish that connection between you and that so that the communication is happening. So what happens is, because the communication is established, the cosmic wisdom has the ability to heal. This machine doesn't do the heal. It only connects you well to make sure all the connections happen. And you as a physician, you would have probably heard from veteran physicians who will say that physicians only harmonize the body. The nature heals itself, right? It's the same concept. So by establishing the communication, you're providing the harmonization of the communication. The healing is done by nature, by the nature at the higher level, right? So that's why it takes time. And it doesn't happen in one session.
So I have a question.
Yes.
She will.
No, please go ahead.
Okay, so this is question might be a stupid question, but so for example, you take the hair or maybe put it in there, and you just said that this machine establishes the contact with the higher self.
That's right.
Right? So my question here is, she is getting healed. Her thing is there.
Mm-hmm.
Connection is setting between her and.
Yes.
So there is a connection between the machine and her and that. So
No. Let's understand. The her over here is only the reflection. The real her is up there. So the connection is between that and that.
So yes, that's what I thought. The connection is between that thing and her, but it is connecting. Okay.
But she is connected with that all the time. Okay? And here this is only trying to connect over there, and it is clearing out any bad communication that is happening between there and this one. So that is what ends up happening. It clears the communication channel from there. It's not healing over here. You understand the difference, right?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah, everything is working. The physical body of this being is over here, but the person who she is, what you would call as the spirit, is sitting up there. So this goes to the spirit level, and wherever there is a dissonance between this being and that spirit, that comes in the form of blocked communications. That it opens up.
Got it. But when the channel is connected for her, you said
That's
get connected. Okay?
Yes.
Communication is going on.
Yes.
So the communication is only going on for her shoulder, not for.
No. The thing is basically, you see, it is like the following. How do I explain this? Okay. See here, if you look at this entire house over here, right? Or if you look at a whole family, when you work as one integrated family, each person is engaging with some activity or whatever external, but it works for the whole family. But on the other hand, if one person in the family falls ill, that is the person who needs the healing, right? The others may all be in good shape. But then, if that person got COVID, they're going to give it to everybody else. So everybody may also need the healing. So what happens is, the healing is targeted to the specific organ, but if other organs need to be boosted up, that also is there.
So it will do automatically, or you
No,
will have
the thing is, basically what happens is, it will first do the scanning to understand what is needed. Now what happens is, you have an option to scan 980 elements, okay? If we try to do the 980 elements in one scan, the computer will go bust, okay?
So you
it will
pick
run
and
for
choose.
6 hours. Huh?
But like an expert, you're the expert, so you pick and choose.
But what happens is, there is a default of 49 organs for ladies and 46 for men, where it goes and does certain parts of the body, and then it assesses a report that this is the likely issues. When we see the likely issues, or ahead of time, if somebody says they have a problem, we ask for the intake form to give us their history and all of that. We look over there. Then in which case, we not only take the default, we also go and select other ones that will be relative to this thing. That is why this system is best used by people who are yogic doctors. Because, a little bit of medical background is very helpful to use this. Because if I say something like, endoplasmic reticulum, most people won't even know what it is, right? And so if we talk about Golgi bodies in the cell or whatever, people won't know what it is. So what it is but when you know what they are, you know how to go and use them. In fact, even the word endothelium, or if I use the word erythrocytes, unless you say it's red blood corpuscles, people won't even know what it is, right? So the thing is, you see, people with medical background and knowing the interconnections of the body, and they will be able to use the system, we think, a little better. So that's where we are heading.
So if, like you said, 6 weeks to heal that whatever particular thing, and then if you know how we say in other systems also that if you go back to the same routine or whatever you've been doing, if you have not changed your lifestyle,
then you'll get back
you're going to go back in this case also.
Exactly. So that's why we say this system is not for young people. For young people, they should follow the lifestyle that is harmonizing and good for their health. And the thing is, as people have gotten older, they are going towards having a harmonious lifestyle, but their sins of the past are catching up with them. They have developed atherosclerosis, this problem, that problem. So for them, this may be helpful to give them a boost to come out of that. And then after that, you keep your harmonious lifestyle, only then you can maintain it, otherwise it can do damage. Yeah.
Doctor.
So, what are your plans? I mean, of course, it takes an expert to use it. So, do you have plans for teaching this to other people, so this gets a wider...
that we have already done. You see, what happens is, if you look into our website and that further down, you will see that we have a training program.
Okay, good.
And anybody is welcome to join the training program. And we begin in fall of each year. So for next fall, if you want, you can join the program. And our earlier measured yoga therapy was based upon a different instrument. Some of you might have seen it, where this afternoon I pointed out that you can look at the traditional medicine level. So we had that instrument, that's what we do the training. So people who are already trained there and still working. And by the way, we have the doctors over here and they will tell you training never ends. You keep learning and learning as you see more and more patients, right? So what happens is, every Saturday morning, in your time, Central Standard, between 9:30 and 11:30, our training group meets. There are about 40 people in that group, okay? So, what we do primarily over there is, when we begin in fall, we go through certain basic elements, And after the basic is done, we are doing case studies every time. So case studies is where you do the real learning. And then hands-on working. So what happens is, how we do it is, just like you would do in a residency program, the person who is taking the reading and observing and all of this, we let the person do it hands-on. And then with these days with Zoom that we have available, so I may be in Maryland, and whether this machine or another machine which they are using, you will be using it over here, you will be taking, you have a whole system of intake information analysis, and as you are working with you, I am there on Zoom and watching you and the patient, whoever you are working with. And this way, by the time you do 10 or 20 patients, you become pretty, you know what to do, you become a pretty good expert. So that's the training process.
So, but the old machine also did healing, or this is the first machine that does
No,
the
the
healing?
old machine only assesses, it does not do healing.
Right, so this
This does the healing.
This is the one that I would be interested in.
See, there is something you have to understand, that healing may need 6 weeks to fully heal, but even after that healing, remember the wise words the lady said, the healing will last only as long as you have a harmonious lifestyle. If you let the stress get to you and if you let other people turn your screws, you will be in bad shape.
No, okay, but for example, that hearing loss that you said that you cured, how fast was it, and did it sustain?
Okay, we don't have enough data to give a confirmative statement on it, but I will tell you what we observed.
Yeah, the one case that you just talked about.
Actually, we have 2 cases.
Okay.
The thing is, what happened was, the one case was in Dallas, Texas, where somebody whom I had known for a long time and a fairly young man, 50-year-old person. So he told me that he had hearing loss in his left ear from a long time. So he asked, do you think this will do it? So I know that the cochlea and all the various elements of the ear, the inner ear elements, everything we have over here. Okay? So I said, let's try it. So we tried. And the moment we had done the healing, it took barely there were only 7 items we needed to heal. The moment we had done the healing, he said, you know what, I used to have tinnitus here, it's completely disappeared. And the thing is, you see, he has been like this for maybe 20 years, he has lost the hearing. So in that one session, the only thing that disappeared was the tinnitus. And what happened was, if anybody spoke or something, he could hear sound, but not enough with clarity with that ear to understand what it is. So it was in 5 minutes, it was some improvement. Okay? Now, for him, we were able to get what we saw over there, something like 27% improvement it showed, he got. Okay? Now here, when we worked with this person over here, it didn't show initially much improvement at all. It was like 8%, 12%, and in fact what it is, if it's less than 20%, we don't even take it seriously. Okay? And so what happened was, we said it doesn't seem to be working, but because it was already night last night and I was really wanting to sleep. So I was lazy and I had not done the report. So I said, let's do the report and see what it looks like. We did the report, and the report showed that nothing about the ear, but it showed it was the throat. So that's when we went and healed the throat. And actually, Abhay was sitting over here. Yes. So what he said is, when I was looking at the throat, and I said this thing, he was kind of puzzled, looking at me. But what is the throat and the ear got to do with this thing? So I said, no, let's first heal the throat. And then we went and tried to heal the ear. Immediately, I gave 27% improvement immediately after. So the connection and all of that, once we understand it works. So that's what happened.
So just to tell you about the MYT training, we had there are several people, even in Houston, like Shrishmaji and Himaji, myself. So there is a group of people here, and then so many other places. So he has,
you can join in. There's not a problem.
What
does that mean?
We can, because we look at it. There is no availability in US where we can purchase this machine.
Oh, You see, what happened is these instruments were shipped to us from China. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you want to go and buy one for yourself. I'll give you the website. You go and order, buy it, no problem. Okay. The thing is, only fault with this machine is the amount of manual instruction you have is threadbare. For most people, if they buy this instrument, they will play around for a while and it will, collect dust after them. But the thing is, if you really want to learn, you really have to work with it and with more and more people. And so that's what we do. Right? Coming back, actually, there are a number of people. You have your hands up for a while.
I have a question. Like when I do the yoga, this is not related to what we're talking about. After 35-40 minutes, I start getting headache. And I do it for 1 hour, but I end up with a headache. Now it's much better right now, after half an hour of finishing and all. But then I get frustrated sometimes that
You got it today also?
Pardon?
You got the headache today also when you
Yes, I
finished?
got very severe also here. Over here at temples, I get the headache.
Okay. There is actually, let me ask you something. Do you have normally high blood pressure?
No.
Are you taking any medications for anything?
No.
No medication.
Usually it's 125, 70 to 70.
That's fine. But you have had any heart-related issues? No.
Not to my knowledge.
Not to your knowledge.
I had my physical just last week.
Everything is okay? And you're not on any medication whatsoever. Very interesting. You see, what happens is,
it only hurts after the yoga, otherwise it doesn't hurt.
when I'm doing that, either I'm stretching too much or something, about 35-40 minutes, I start getting, then I push myself.
But one day you don't do any yoga, it doesn't hurt?
No, it doesn't.
So it's the neck movements maybe?
no, actually what happens is, I suspect the problem is, you know what is respiratory alkalosis, right? Now what happens is, the thing is, I suspect what happens is, because we focus on breathing rhythmically and a lot of breathing while doing the exercise, I think it ends up affecting it over there, but then after a while it automatically subsides and takes care.
Yeah, it does.
And
It dilates with the alkalosis.
yes. So the thing is, my thing is, you shouldn't worry about this, because what it is it is expanding your capacity. Slowly you're building, given your age and people, we have some degree of, by the way, I have atherosclerosis, okay? So my arteries are not as resilient as they were probably 40 years back. But on the other hand, what happens is, my blood pressure is just like yours. I'm always reading, like somewhere 120 by 80 is what I have been all these while, right? Sometimes it will even go 110 by 72 and things like that. So, with that blood pressure, I still have atherosclerosis. And I'll give you an example of how it was done for me and I discovered it. One is, of course, with this machine, now I know, it did tell me. But I've had in the past 2 episodes where in the middle of the night, where, I went to relieve myself to the bathroom, and the only thing I know is I was on the floor, fainted and fallen, okay? So when I was tested and all of that, the ECG did not indicate too much of this thing. My physician did something. They were going to put me on to various other stress tests and all of that. But there is something called the ankle brachial index test, right? ABI. So he did the ABI with a Doppler in my big toe and my thumb. And in that index, if you're above 0.9, close to 1 or better, you are in a good shape. My numbers were like 0.64 and 0.73 on the 2 sides. Okay? And then what happened is, I said, okay, I'm going to do something. I did this Haim mantra, right? I did Haim mantra daily for 10-20 minutes. And after 3 months, I go over there and takes the ABI. One side is 2.1, the other side about 1.2, and the other side is 1.4. Okay, fully restored. So what happens is, but one thing is, even though the blood flow is restored, namaste, even though the blood flow is restored, I don't think the resilience of the blood vessels is established.
With the aging, it becomes
Exactly.
sclerotic.
Exactly. Yes. And so
That's why the ABI was 1.4, because 1.4, you know.
actually, it may not have been 1.4. I think, I'm sorry, see you there. I think it was 1.21 in one, and the other was, I think, 1.18 or something. It was not 1.4. So that's something like that. But the thing is, basically, what you're talking about is absolutely true. And the aging process, what is happening.
So I was thinking maybe I'm not breathing properly during exercise.
No, I don't think that is the case.
Or maybe I'm dehydrated.
No. I think what is happening is, see you there.
Thanks a lot. It's a beautiful, meeting, and I was also there at the Arts Samaj. That was great. This is the great machine. I think
I'm curious, what is your background?
I'm a chemical engineer.
Chemical engineer?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Okay.
Good. Yes, I'm very much interested in, I know Abhay very well, so.
Okay.
Get into this program. Yeah. Thank you.
You are here for next 2 days also?
Yes.
So can I get more sessions? Like how would I, so if I have to get more sessions?
But you don't even need to show up. We can do it for you remotely. Right? So the only trouble that I have is, I'm literally going from one meeting gathering to another, to the other, to the other, right? And so I don't know whether I'll find the time, but what
they have the machine.
They have the machine and they can do it for you. Okay? And so be in touch with Abhay. And Sushmaji will have this machine at her place. They both will be working together. In fact, if you have the time, you know Sushmaji, right? Sushma Mahajan? Yeah. You know where they live? Have you been to their home?
No, I just knew, and we came to know actually about
You
that
drive?
last. Yes.
You drive. Very good. So what I will suggest is you're now not doing anything, you have the time, right?
Yeah.
So what I will suggest is you, Abhay Jain and Sushmaji become one team to work on this to become the local experts. Sushmaji will love to have you.
I met her briefly the other day. That was our first time actually.
Let's do the following.
And
Are you free tomorrow afternoon?
yeah.
Okay. So actually, give me your phone number,
This one, no.
and tomorrow afternoon you can come to Sushmaji's place and we'll work together. Okay. So
Dr. Narayan,
yes.
I'm not sure if this is going to be on, if this session will be on YouTube or not, if she wanted to not give her phone number right now.
Oh, okay, no problem. Actually, our time is over. We have gone far over, right?
I do have a question. Will you be doing a training on harmonious lifestyle and how to live one?
Who is asking that question?
Beth Rouse.
Tammy? Oh, no, that's Elizabeth. Yeah. So, Beth, yes. If you're interested in the training, certainly you can be trained. There is no problem. You're in Denver, right?
Yes.
Or is it Boulder or Denver?
It's Denver.
Okay. So what we can do is, do you plan on coming to the retreat or anything like that?
I want to try to come to the retreat in Florida.
Yes, if you can come, it is usually a good idea when you kick off and start off, if we can have some time in person. And then after that, we can work remotely on Zoom, right?
Okay, thank you.
And, so that is workable entirely.
Thank you very much.
Okay. You're welcome. And you asked about the celiac, this thing. Yes, it can also be something that we can try because we don't know yet how this is going to work, right?
Okay. Could,
Okay, so we'll close out.
Maybe sharp.
Yeah, we'll close out over here. Namaste, everyone. See you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Okay, Dr.